how is the list of qualifying conditions determined?
Well, as Josh just mentioned, we're talking about hundreds of conditions that could fall into any one of those categories. And so we had a process where, first of all, we considered advocates like Michael and his VSO, advocates like Danielle, who advocated for veterans like her late husband. And we took all of that input and prioritized what veterans told us they were concerned about in terms of their exposures. We also consulted our scientists, the best scientists in the world, who investigate the relationship between these exposures and clinical outcomes that may result from them. We took all of that in, and we worked with Congress to come up with these conditions. And as we mentioned, there are so many of them. Please come apply. You may have one that you're not even aware of that could be discovered on an exam. Please try us out and trust us with your care.
The PACT Act added to the health conditions that the VA presumes were caused by toxic exposure because of where they served. Can you explain what that means?
Yeah, absolutely. This is a great question. We are able, with evidence that you served in one of the covered locations and time periods, and with evidence of a diagnosis of one of those conditions, to assume that your military service caused or exacerbated one of these conditions. We don't have to prove a connection like we do through the normal process. So a presumptive service connection makes it much easier for VA to grant benefits.
And I saw a list of conditions there from 1 through 15, so there's quite a few there, Josh. Actually, 1 through 20, my apologies.
Yeah, there are
26.
more than 20 sets of different healthcare categories.
Okay.
And within those categories, there are actually additional conditions. So it's actually a couple hundred that are covered. And we want veterans to know what those conditions are and to please apply. You can find more information on va.gov/PACT or by calling 1-800-MY-VA-411.
If a veteran served in one of the presumptive areas, but the illness they have is not on the list for that area, are there other benefits that they might be eligible for?
Yeah, what I would say to a veteran who falls into that example is to please apply for benefits anyway. We can still try to grant you benefits through the direct process, the normal process. We won't be able to assume the connection like we can with a presumptive, but we can do development of evidence and try to identify a connection to grant benefits. The other thing I would say is we're also looking for new opportunities and new research so that we might be able to establish additional presumptive service connections moving forward. So the more veterans that come to us to file benefits and to seek care can help their fellow veterans.